Wow.
That we're gonna do the drip back. Oh, it slides. All right, welcome everyone to the gathering point. I've got this special piece of steel.
Don't let it drip. Don't let it fall, whatever you do.
Oh.
Is it sticking now?
It's kind of sticking.
It is.
Oh, look, it's rolling off.
The peel.
Oh, the orange peel.
Oh, should we anneal that?
Upside down.
Let it fall through those again.
Or we could save it and
These are going to be cool. If we just had strips of those,
that's what
one-off
I'm saying.
pieces on the wall.
Oh, look at now it's hot, so it's super soft. Welcome to the gathering point, everyone, where we mess with molten glass in a variety of ways. To the utter amazement of the staff involved.
I think that if they were really small chunks, if we just took like that much and poured some on there and then annealed it, cut it off.
All right, so now that was just to kind of see. It didn't go through as much as I was thinking. We're gonna try something different. I'm gonna set this in the tray. We'll see if it comes off as the show goes on. But the metal didn't get hot. I was still able to touch it. And I think you're gonna blow a tumbler and we'll do the bottom, or we're gonna roll on it.
I was gonna do something a little different with that potentially. So I was thinking maybe we would, I could use this spiral mold and give this a crack first. All right,
Hello.
folks.
Introduce everyone.
We are here. This is Michelle. She's gonna be finessing some sort of super cool item. My name's Jacob. We've got Sarah here. We got Roland here. We got Oliver behind the camera to start.
We've got the gathering point, and we are at show 318. And we'll show you those players in a second. See, it's not hot enough to pick up the pattern.
So this is going to be a show that's based on tool exploration.
Tool exploration?
Yes, and I realized that we pulled from a name a bunch of different show options last week. The first one was the tool exploration, and I said, well, we got to pull another one. And then we pulled another one, and it was Glass Olympics, and that's going to be next week. So we are doing the tool exploration today, Glass Olympics next week. It's going to be rowdy. And instead of just having one tool that we were going to experiment with throughout the show and make some crazy different items with, Michelle's grabbed a bunch of tools. So we've got a lot of options to make some really funky, one-of-a-kind pieces. This is kind of like our experimental show. That's looking like some sort of bird head.
I believe like the original prompt we want was grab one random tool and use it on a piece.
Right.
And Michelle grabbed 75 different tools.
This is kind of not going in the direction I wanted, but I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it.
'Tis the experimental show.
Do you feel like it's because you didn't pick up the pattern enough because Jake put white on it?
Correct.
The first one.
It was supposed to go from fresh glass right to the mold, but I've poked it in, and now it's got two chambers. So what I'm thinking is crazy bud vase with a solid bottom, and it's got belly buttons in it. Look at, oh, I love that reflection in there. So then the question is, will I be able to pick it up?
Ooh.
Oh, it's
I was
got
going to
heat.
show you the camera, but I say we trash this one. Let's start over.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going on over there, Jake?
Just made a perfect raindrop.
Is that the longest drop of the show?
Might be.
All right, let's try this again.
A quick rewind, is it?
Yeah, just a quick rewind.
Experimental show, folks. This is going into the clear bucket. This is going into the recycle bucket. That glass is going to go from about 1400 degrees down to room temperature and crack itself and clean itself right off of the pipe, probably by the time we're done with this piece.
My thought process was, if we go over this bumpiness, it's going to create a pattern, and then when I go to pick up the color, it's going to be in between the bubbles. Did that work?
Maybe.
Maybe.
She went for an iridescent gold on top and
Well, I didn't. It was the thinnest one, or the smallest chunk.
smallest grain. There they
So
are.
the bubbles are there, and they're very faint here with the color.
So we're going to drop the bit in here, and then you're going to pick it up out of there, grab it, drop it out of the mold. I think it'll probably be good, but who knows?
It's just kind of creating a pattern on the outside of it. Then he's going to flip this over.
You might be able to fit right in there.
I know, but I want it reversed. Does that make sense? I want the cone reverse.
Cone reverse. I'll be flipping in 3, 2, 1.
Voila.
It looks like some kind of candy. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, the super squish.
Whoa, it
Now
looks like a
it's like a
cat
foot.
foot. Looks just like my cat's foot. What would you like?
A bit to fill that crevice. I'll do a Rosetta bit. So it could be recycle, it could be clear, whatever you like.
Going for a recycle crevice filler. Coming at you. Little Rosetta action. Little swirl.
Grabbing it with the tweers.
Wow. Oh, the tweers.
Tweers.
Did you have a long day?
So was that decoration or was that for function?
I'll never tell. Because the casting had cooled off, I didn't like the connection point, and I hit it with a Rosetta.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought the connection point was cool looking, but whether you like it or not, it was a delicate connection point for sure. It was cold glass getting stuck on. Once we flipped it, we were sticking it onto the cold portion of that casting that we did. You ready for a punny or you need another
I'm ready
eat?
for a fun.
Beautiful break. So we got this flipped around, and that's for most drinkware. Anything that's blown, a lot of things, you're going to be flipping them around on the pipe. You get the bottom fixed up, then you got to get the part that was connected to the pipe fixed up. There are some things that we don't punty, like our slugs. We drip them right off of the pipe. Get a look at this guy. Get a load of that spring.
Metal cools at a different rate than glass. So there's a couple things. Number one, you could just blow into it and get the pattern.
Right.
And unscrew it out. Or two, blow it in there and leave it in there and anneal the whole thing. Which are you going to do?
I wanted to try and get the pattern on there first.
I'm not going to trim this. I'm thinking that there's a little bit of the pattern at the top. It's super subtle.
Yeah, I see it. So that's pre-golden iridization. We're going for the bling right now. We'll see if we can get a little more definition from that spotted pattern. Yeah, you can.
I guess you can.
I see it. Kind of reminds me of a little reptilian a little bit.
Yeah, agreed.
Nice.
Oh, that wasn't much of a bomb.
That was the dismount silence.
Using the flame to polish the bottom there. Grab that guy.
Got him. Oh, yeah. So that's going to be a members piece, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Michelle and Sarah are handling that, so that means that we're going to go for it. With this spring here, Oliver mentioned to me as he laid it down, which is a great point, if we're going to use a mold like this, and this literally is just an industrial spring, we can't just go into that. It's kind of like a pineapple mold. You can't just go into the pineapple mold and pull out because there's undercuts, there's horizontal indentations on this sweetie on the floor right here. So when you expand the glass into that, it's not going to come straight out. You'll take the spring with you. Oliver said you could either inhale a little bit and shrink it up, or we can twist it out of the mold, and that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm just going to do it out of clear to start here, just in case things get hairy, and we can save all that clear and use it again. I also think it's going to be a 2-gather special. It's kind of a big mold. So I'll do a core bubble, which will be a great video example of the bubble being introduced into the clear. So I put that first bubble in there. I let it solidify up as much as possible before gathering over it. So now I got a nice even bubble in there. I went to block it one time with our wood-soaked super blocks, and the block was way too small. So I put that back in the bucket, and I'm taking it to the marver. I'm going to do this one by hand, which honestly I kind of prefer. You get to feel the way the glass is moving, see where the heat distribution is, and really get this bubble queued up. And I'm kind of looking at the mold, sizing it up. I'm going to shape it one more time. It's nice working with clear glass. On one sense, it's difficult because you can't hide anything with color, but on the other hand, you can really see where your bubble's at. You can see the way the glass is flowing.
So the spring is a little rusty, so it's got some grip to it. If he wants to get it off the pipe, he might have to hold it down a little.
Which way do I got to turn it?
Because you got to put a
you.
neck in it.
Woo!
All right,
did it.
there it is.
Just as we meant to do, we've got this giant spring now.
Toss it in a water bucket and try it again.
I might be able to get it hot. I think the glass, toss it in a bucket. I might be able to get it hot and let it drip off of the pipe
give it a go.
It's kind of cool having that weight just added to the piece.
Oh, and this is super cool too, the depth of it. So this
it
is
would
like,
be a really cool vase if it was so much taller.
and I
thinner
was going to say
coil.
it's a nice sculptural element for like a design table or a light fixture. It's interesting how the spring is so hot. Also, the spring was so close together that you couldn't see the glass. Like the glass couldn't blow out any of the ribs.
But I will be able to get the neckline up higher past the coil so that we can knock it off.
So we could punny it.
Yeah, we could. I got a neckline now. That's hot. Should we punny it and then I could Sofietta the top of that or something?
Yeah, you want to try it?
Finger sizzler. I don't know if I might try and get it off.
Other way.
We got it.
It's like you're undressing it.
But that's cool looking.
Let's see if we can give it one more shot.
All right, we'll give it one more shot, and then we can punny it up. And even if it's just a vase up in the top of a spring, it might be kind of cool.
Might be kind of cool.
Spinning the other way. It's coming.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I think that'd be a cool vase right
I
there.
think it would be.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
The super deep punny.
Yeah, it's going to be like punnying up on the inside of a cup.
It's getting airflow.
That's true. If we were making a goblet out of this, where this was the top of a cup here, and we punnied up in there, you wouldn't be getting any airflow. But Michelle's point that this is open,
Through the spring.
bing, right on center. And it doesn't matter if this comes back and touches the punny either. It's not going to stick to it.
Ooh,
Nice
way
catch.
heavier than I was
This looks kind of
expecting.
futuristic. Getting a little bit wonky on me here. God, it's heavy. I never had something that heavy on a punny right after a...
It's so bizarre. It's so heavy.
It's really weird. Yeah, I don't want to puff it too much. Let me get a little paddle if you don't mind. Good.
I think you should leave it like that. Do you want to stamp for the side? Because you can't
Don't
stamp the
let
bottom.
that spring fall down on me. Yeah, we could stamp the side of it.
So is the spring staying with the piece if someone...
Yes.
Does Chris know about that?
No.
Okay.
And we're not going to say
Don't
anything.
tell
Don't tell
him.
Chris.
Is he
Okay,
watching
sorry.
the show? Those springs have been there for like 15 years.
15 years, it was
15.
time.
Just yesterday, he was telling me how much he loved those springs.
Spring surcharge on that piece.
Yeah, the
He
spring
can
surcharge.
use 6 of them instead of 8.
A little bit experimental. I don't know if we'll put this one up for sale right away. We don't know what's going to happen, but if you're a member and you watch the annealer reveal, or you come by the studio, or we talk about it next week on the show.
I think you should just knock it off in the annealer, personally, on its side.
I
Grab
mean,
the
if you
tweezers.
knocked it off, it's just going to bounce away, dude. It's on a spring.
All right, come check this out. I'm going to use the bunker. So I can't get in there and put any water, any cold metal on that connection compared to the weight and the thickness of everything else. Should be good to go. Oh, yeah.
We've got glass going. We got mics going on. A bubble's being blown into the glass.
Very
That's
slowly.
recycle glass.
Do
We've
I?
got a plan. So if we take a look here at the molds Michelle brought out, these were custom molds for custom projects, working specifically with my uncles at the Detroit Design Center in Detroit. And they do a lot of metal work, and my dad, Chris, who you all know on the show here, will make a lot of custom castings for them. We're going to use one of these for a roll-up that Michelle is interested in doing. So I'm going to cast some glass into this guy, which is going to give it kind of these mountains and valleys. And then I'm going to flip it onto the table right here.
Like a pancake.
And she's going to come and roll it up. You want flat side down so the mountains and valleys are on the exterior, right? I'm going to flip it like that onto the table.
This was made for one thing, very specific, but Jake's going to pour a stream down here, flip it over, and I'm going to roll over it. It's going to be clear.
Not the intention it was used for.
That's just it. I want to try, I don't know, it'd be like putting your pants on backwards and walking around all day. Like sometimes you just got to try some different things and you never know what shows up. So this is that rare opportunity.
Is that going to be enough?
Yeah, go all the way to the end. Lovely. More than enough.
Ready for me to flip it?
Flip it.
I'll flip it.
Flip it to the limit.
Flipping it.
Voila. So I'm also wondering if it's wider, so I'll have this overlap, or not. Oh, I love the reflection.
It is some really cool optics in there.
We'll put the GA stamp right there. I should have put a neck in it.
Now that we got this on here, which it was probably nice that it was a little more stable. It wasn't a really fine diameter at the end of the pipe to go roll that up. But now she's got to give it some heat so she can make that crease line and get it off of the pipe.
The core is a light blue. The wrap was clear. I want to make sure it's going to sit flat. So next I'm going to stand it on that steel plate.
Okay.
By setting it on the metal plate, I know that it's flat.
Trimming the lip here. getting it nice and even up top. It's a little funky having that much weight on one side.
The solid hunk of glass like that
Yeah.
is so reflective. You put some flowers in that's on the table. It's just,
Yeah. A little torch on the bottom. I do like the big stamp proportionate to the rest of the mojo on the other side of the piece. Yeah.
Am I going to be able
nice.
to hold
Want
it?
the big one?
Yes.
Come here, little fella. Oh, big fella. Kind of like a little blanket or a shawl.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a puffy coat.
Yeah.
It's
Puffy
the-
coat.
Puffy base. You're up next, right?
Yeah, I got a couple different ideas that I want to give a shot at.
All right.
One of them I know is going to work for sure. It's going to be super cool. The other one is going to be experimental. What I wanted to try, and I've got a bunch of this gold brown out here, is get the casting ball out and pour and try and fill this mold here. Pour it in there, and then maybe Mom, if you wanted to use the ball and kind of swish it around and try and get it as flat as possible in there.
After you cut it off.
Yeah, like start in the middle and just kind of push it in there a little bit. And I assume because it's sitting on about this wide of a spot up against the metal, it's going to be flat there. Really, I'd love it if we had like a big, wide,
A walk.
walk. If we had a walk, we'd come over and squish it right on there.
Is there a studio walk?
There should be a studio walk.
I have a studio walk.
Now, did you say you didn't say what you're gonna do after you drip this and squish it?
I'd like to, then I'm going to go, as it's cooling down, grab a punty and punty it up, pull it out of there, heat up the front side, touch it into the gold brown so gold brown only sticks on the nubs, and then punty it up again, and then pull it up and shape it into some kind of like tall, contemporary item. I'm just coming over here to show this off first. Might be able to hear the cracking of the gathering ball.
With the gathering ball, because you gather for large portions, sometimes it has a lot of metal flake on it. Sometimes it's really nice to get a skin on it so that you don't get slag.
Schlag.
Just got to be the biggest gather of your life.
Just huge.
Little oil on there, never hurt anyone. Ready? Am I squashing it?
Squash it.
Yeah, squash it. Can you slide it around a little to the sides? Like get it a little wider? Yeah.
It's starting
Starting
to
to
stick.
stick? All right. Ooh, look at the top down on that, Oliver.
Don't melt the camera. Yeah, the side view is really nice. So then the question is it going to pop out? I think it's too far in the holes.
It heated it up.
And it's a pizza.
Work it.
It's not going to come out. Go up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in there, and the glass is cracked. It could make a bowl, and in fact, some of those things, they do. They make it nice and flat, and then they push it in a bowl shape.
There it is.
Make a great hat.
Hard not to feel like that's failure.
So this is what we get, the wood blocks. This is what they look like when they're brand new. You got to burn them up because they will stick to the glass when they're like this. So this is a current paddle. At one time it was, you can see on the side there a little, it was the same type of cherry wood. Obviously that's a larger paddle.
I'm going for white, and I got some gold on top, and then Oliver's going to bring over this new color we've been loving, this transparent deep lagoon. We're going to put a spiral trail all the way down this whole mug. Hello?
If I'm not
Probably.
mistaken, I think somebody has sent you $5 to cover the cost of this unmitigated disaster on the floor down here.
Yes, but it's not annealed, so by the end of the show, it will be all cracked up.
Gold foot.
It started, it's got some cracks right there. Glass blowing as a craft is about 2,000 years old. These jacks are pretty universal. I've seen glass blowers in China, Sweden, Japan, Italy. They all have a pair of jacks. They might be slightly different, but more or less, they are all the same.
Dropping the foot, everybody, right over top. Jake's rotating all that up to make sure it's coming out on round, giving it the super rotate.
So Taglia is made out of metal. He's pushing super hard. And now the wood paddle. And it will catch fire. It will have some spark and eventually catch fire. You can see how it's glided easily along the glass. That new paddle, if it was not burnt in, it would not do that. The parchofis, if you look at the edges of these, see how they're round? They're made to insert wooden dowels. So they're similar to the jack head, but you put these wooden sticks in the back of them and allows you to softly open a piece of glass like a bowl.
You ready?
I'm ready. Another thing we noticed is that if you're using dirty wax or there's a lot of grinding or work going on in the shop and you get dirt in your wax zone, we're feeling like that could be causing a lot of scratchage. Beautiful break. If you notice, I went on that one because there was so much thickness and I had a lot going on in my brain. Normally I'd touch it here, pull it really thin over the neck area, and then thicken it back up for the rest of the piece where it's gonna blow out. But if I have too much mass here, which there was probably the widest part was right at that neck area, there's no way that I'd be able to cut down a nice even neck. And even if I could, I flip it around and we try and open it up now and there'd be one thick spot coming all the way down, so the lip would have a divot, giant hole in it because of the thickness of the glass. Got a beautiful shape, really cool color, and now we're gonna put a handle on it. That just means it's going to be a top-down handle. It's much more difficult to put on, but it's also just a little bit of a different setup for Oliver. Doesn't need to be optically twisted, just needs to be nice. It is sweat in the eyeball season.
Tell your friends, subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, make that YouTube algorithm dance for joy. Woo! Doesn't cost you anything and
Really,
it helps us
all you've got
out.
to do is tell one other person to watch the show and tell that person to tell one other person.
Yeah.
By
right?
the next morning, the whole world will know about
The
us.
chain effect.
I like Roland's line of thinking here. Look at that snazzy fast handle.
There's iris on that. It looks a little bit more amber towards the top and more clear towards the bottom, but there is iris all over it. That'll be bling and gold by the time we're done. Same with the lip. When it comes to that move, he has to let everything get to the right temperature, and the heat distribution from this connection point down to the tip is really, really important.
Kind of like this color here, but it's a little bit more blue and it's completely opaque. This one you can see transparent, but it's more like got leaning towards turquoise rather than green. It's right in between the two, and I don't know the name for it.
Now he's got to concentrate.
Take it slow. Stay right there, bring it down actually.
Curl of the handle.
There it is. All right, let's put a stamp on it. That's something that you've never seen before. I can tell you that. Tied a knot out of that handle on the bottom, threw it in there and tucked it around and just really super intentionally just wrapped it right in there. Pretty good with my knot. Little stamp action. See that
louder.
sweat right on the brow coming down?
Aw.
Two over here.
Is it hot?
Kind of looks like I'm crying, or feels like I'm crying. Little gold, look at that. It's a beautiful color pattern. Bodiness contrasted with the straight horizontal line of the coil mojo. Pretty cool. We got that really dark lagoon accent on the back. This one will get a nice sound coming off of the pipe. We got a pretty strong connection on the bottom. Quiet on set for the dismount. There we go.
Look at that, saved by
Oliver, the one-handed champion. And I can tell that this is sticking out a little bit. There's a little glass left on the pipe, so after he gives this a super blast, I'll stabilize and squish. I think we're good. All right, I'm gonna do it.
Off we go to the annealer.
Now that, folks.
Oh, do you feel a little better?
Nice work, Oliver. Can't wait to break that one down on the annealer review.
Yeah, yeah.
Back to the action. I mean, there's no one here. Jake's gonna do something. Does he know what it is?
Yes, we got something really cool coming up.
Oh, that teal color that you were talking about?
Still hot.
This guy on here said it was his favorite color 25 years ago.
That's pretty amazing.
Who beat me there?
His name is Chris Norden.
Oh, yes.
That's pretty funny.
He's saying that color's old news. That's nice, Dad.
Things come back in style.
That's actually a dad joke.
That is a dad joke.
Oh, no.
All right, so we're going to go into a little bit of the Aventurine green, folks. And this is something that I don't know the last time we've ever brought this out on the show. Aventurine in glass, so we use our gold Aventurine. That's the bling and sparkle color that we've used in quite a few pieces. This green Aventurine is the same thing, but it's a deep, dark power green. And it looks best when it's encased. So I've got just a little bit of glass here, and the concept is going to be a grassy kind of green Super Mojo whiskey glass. Encased is when I blow this bubble in here, swing it, shape it up, let it solidify, and then trap the color in between the original clear gather and the second clear gather.
Okay.
And when this green is encased, before you show that off, let them take a look at it pre-encasement. Hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah, it just looks like spots.
Give them the big reveal.
Ooh.
So it's the dark green in there.
Okay, while you were doing that, there was a move Jake did, and you may have caught it or not. When he came out of the furnace, he rolled the glass on the marble and kind of pulled it towards himself. So the bulk of his new gather is right there at the bottom. So it's got a nice clear bottom and the colors inside. So what that's going to do is create a thinner side and a very thick bottom.
Blow. It's looking great. Keep it coming. That's good. Neckline. So now we're going to go for a cabbage and squash.
Sarah's not letting
Switch.
the air out while Oliver and Jake are pushing on it. And because her hand is there, the air has nowhere to go. So it allows the bottom
yes.
of this cup
That's good.
to square up
Good,
nicely.
thank you. Beautiful. After paddling it, it pushed back out a little bit. So we got a crispy clean bottom on here, and we've got this Aventurine green, and what I wanted to do once we flip it around is we're going to take this super texture implementer device, have Oliver torch certain zones, and we'll be able to finesse it up kind of like there's little like reeds of grass.
All right, I will tell you this might be a pasta making tool. I know it's not a glass tool. I know those fine tooths on there may or may not work.
It's like a duck bill.
It's very thin. It doesn't feel like a substantial tool.
We got it flipped around. We're going to open up the top of it. We've gotten our rocks glasses down pretty good because as we highlighted about 3 shows ago, I think it was, we've designed an old-fashioned glass for the bar, for the old-fashioned that we serve. People have been loving that glass. We've made quite a few of them in that process, gotten pretty comfortable with the rocks glass proportion. I didn't expect that this Aventurine green would be as soft as it is. So we heated up the top half there to pull out just the clear, and the clear somehow stayed ice cold compared to that green underneath. So I was pulling it, and it was just pulling from the color down the bottom. So I gave it the super yank and then snipped it down where it belonged. Let's sculpt this baby up. The trick's gonna be to not push down too hard. We want good heat on the piece. Pick 3 different spots for the foliage to be growing out of. There'll be one, oh be one. We've got now the completed rocks glass. It's completely solid. And Oliver's gonna spot heat kind of in a more defined zone here and then flare it up a little bit. That's cool looking. Next spot. We'll probably do this 2 or 3 times to get enough in there, but it actually looks pretty tasty. A little down further towards the very bottom of the glass.
Kind of like
so I
a
can start at the
cheetah
bottom.
scratched
Perfect.
the cup or something.
It's gonna kind of be like grass growing out of there. Maybe even hit down on the edge a little so I can come up from there. Yeah, that should be good. Work it up. Yes, the edge.
That's kind of sweet, dude.
Dude, it's kind of cool.
We already hit that spot. Buddy, this is kind of cool.
Tight. A little less, back it off a little. It was starting to burn on the last one.
So all you people who have metal tools and pasta makers and strange tools, if you want to send them along to the Glass Academy, your tool may just be featured one day.
If you send us a tool in the mail,
We'll use it.
we'll use that tool on a show. And you could have first dibs on the piece, too.
You're going to get a bunch of people mailing you like styrofoam hammers.
I can use that to knock this off the pipe, though.
Okay.
Just really cool texture.
I like how it went through the clear of the bottom.
I do like the bottom there.
It's going to be very interesting to drink out of.
A Neela reveal, baby. Become a member today. That's cool.
Very nice.
Well, even though it's experimental, we are stuffing the box here. 5 items in there. Why don't we go for, I think a vase would honestly look really cool with that same texture on it. If we did a green, perhaps Baby Yoda size 0 or Opal Nile, or maybe the mix of the two, and we did it encased in clear, you could start it up maybe and do a ball that big and get all the color on there, blow a bubble in it, and we gather over it, and I'll blow it out, lengthen it, put a nice shape on it, and we'll do the same thing and get some nice leafy reed-like action going on there.
I like the teamwork pieces.
That sounds like I'm going to swap some colors and do that.
All right.
I'll dunk it.
Seen me do it enough times.
Yeah, why? I'll do new things.
It's
on the
experimental,
show.
Oliver.
Yeah. Today's the time. This is literally the time for something like that. So just for everyone who maybe watched that episode, all the other times was not the time. This was the time.
Yeah. You want to dive in there as quick as possible. Don't even worry about it being a perfectly correct gather. Just like get in there, get what you can, come out at an angle so it's dripping off. You don't need a ton of glass, and then hustle right over and squish it all right down to the end.
No pressure. Everyone's watching.
Squish it real good. That's probably going to be too much, so that's where we'll cut a little clear off the end, which is no problem.
That green's got movement.
Teamwork.
Nice.
Look at that.
We do have a technical question.
Hallelujah.
Cue the music.
Technical question. Technical question.
The blue light special. The technical question, the blue light special.
What is the patty masher?
The patty masher. That's what they use in the food trucks, the burger food trucks. For
We can't
smash
find
burgers.
it.
What?
The patty masher. We can't find it. It's a tool that squashes glass. Something heavy that's metal.
It could squash burgers or glass. Same thing.
That question was from Sean Gordon, so thank you, Sean, for that.
All right, thanks, Sean. We got a patty masher. Look at this guy swinging it over here. That's basically a flat piece of steel with a handle attached to the top, so you could put both hands into squishing something down onto the marver. The last glass shop, there we go, that's looking nice. Last glass shop I worked for in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, used a piece of railroad that was chopped. What is that called? A railroad ties the wood part, but
Like
the
the
metal
I-beam,
part,
kind of.
like a giant I-beam. No, not a spike, like an actual piece of the part that the train's on. And we'd lift that up and it was heavy, and after you did like 50 leaves, we'd use them to smash leaves and then cut into them. It would start getting hot. You have to put gloves on and just be this like smoldering hot, giant, heavy piece of, we're working in this tiny studio. It was a good time. I'll try and shield your arms as possible, but turn
Don't even
fast
worry about the arm.
and push
Just
hard.
And the jacks have to be nice and waxed. That's what you see, the smoke
Nice.
from the paddle, but also the jacks, so that it glides smoothly. So we've been in business 20-some years, and those pipes do last a long time. Depends how often you're making items, what items you're making.
Hannah says nice shape, Oliver, and she has a picture of an eggplant next to it, so she likes vegetables.
Yeah. An eggplant? So Oliver's now been hanging out with this, doing what he's doing.
I mean, I'm just playing.
Oh, yes.
We had an answer for the hammer question.
Yeah, what was
It's called
it?
a dead blow hammer.
What do you think that
And
does?
inside, it's a mallet-like tool to absorb tremors that occur when hammer strikes. There's something inside, either a liquid or
Yeah,
sand.
They feel like BBs or something.
And that was Jamie Fundraising gave us that answer. But I looked it
Jamie,
up.
let's
Jamie,
go.
thanks.
Thanks, Jamie.
I've never seen a hammer like that. I thought it was kind of fun. Ooh, it kind of looks like a trillium. You guys, do you see what it's happening? Jake's experimenting. Dun 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 dun. Woohoo! The flowers will lay really cool on this. The stems, as they go in the vase, will float around these glass tendrils, and it will be super reflective and actually really cool. How many remember having tools like this with Play-Doh?
You want it on the tips? Your mom mentioned Play-Doh, and I was thinking about eating Play-Doh. So,
Didn't
nice.
everyone eat Play-Doh?
Did I eat Play-Doh?
I don't know that we bought it for you.
you would know if you ate Play-Doh. It has a very distinct taste.
Yeah.
It tastes like manufacturing and salt.
I feel like
I can taste the smell.
We
Roland,
use
you ever
Play.
eat Play-Doh?
I'm
I
familiar
know
with
the taste. I know the taste.
Get in the
Different
comments
flavours,
if you
yes.
ate Play-Doh.
We were quite traditional in the UK with just mud pies.
Oh, eating Play-Doh was like a treat?
Yes. Perhaps a dessert.
That was only on holidays?
Yeah, when the family came round.
when family came around.
Play-Doh again.
Let's stamp it, Oliver. Check out that texture. Two sides of it, like long grass growing out of the bottom. Kind of makes it like it's got two fronts to the piece. Let me torch it for 1 second once you give it the grab. Giveaway piece for the people.
Heck of a show, guys. That's pretty nice.
Did you show off your shoes at all yet, Roland?
Not yet.
Oh no, we'll have to
Yeah,
do
I should.
that.
Representing Glass Academy.
Look at that.
Hey, everybody.
Thank
I'm
you
coming.
all for watching The Gathering Point. We do this every week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Couldn't do it if you guys weren't watching, so we appreciate your support.
Yes. Become a member. Support, see the annealer reveal on Thursday. We'll go over all those products, and there's a lot of things that we got to say about all those items that were made today.
Absolutely.
To see them in their true color would be super cool.
Tell your friends and family.
Check in next week, Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Glass Olympics.
That's right.
Oh,
This is
next
a big
week.
one, everybody.
Yeah,
Check
next
it in.
week's gonna be a little crazy.
Matt's coming out of the basement. We're going to get crazy.
Good night, everybody.
There should be a studio walk.
I have a studio walk.
Schlag.
I'm the brand new tool.
Bring me the octopus.
It is sweat in eyeball season. Pretty good with my knot badonkadonk. We got a crispy clean bottom, so I gave it the super yank and then snipped it down where it belonged.
Quiet on the set.
You want it on the tips?
Rewind, is it?
Fill that crevice.
Is that the longest drop of the show?
I've got this special piece of steel.
Get a load of that spring.
Gotta fill it.
So hot, but
That's hot.
it's like you're undressing it.
It's coming.
I don't know, dude.
Mushroom
Fell back
head,
perfect.
schlag,
Pretty good with my knots. Swing it.
and a very thick bottom. Your tool may just be featured one
Yeah,
day.
if you send us a tool in the mail,
We'll use it.
we'll use that tool on a show.
Very nice.
Do a ball that big,
Do you want me to grab it by the base?
and I'll blow it out.
You want it on the tips?
I think this show was a success.
Excellent audio, I thought.
Oh, excellent audio. Boom. Nice.